Welcome back. Summer camp tends to be all about helping kids to realize their full potential. And here in Edmonton, there's a unique camp that's attracting young people from across Canada. Camp fYrefly is for gay youth. It's a place where, for once, they're not different. Here's Stephanie Sowitz with our latest installment of Camp Chronicles.
I remember as I was probably somewhere around 13 and 14 and 15, kind of thinking that somehow I was a little bit different, but not understanding what that might be.
Most people in this room understand what Michael Fair is talking about. The Edmonton City Councillor is gay, and he's sharing his experiences with teens who can relate.
The closest we got in my day was Liberace on TV.
Welcome to Camp fYrefly. It's one of Canada's only camps for youth who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, or trans-identified. And while their sexual orientation may have led them here, this is one of the few places it's not an issue.
Where do lesbian, gay, bisexual, and trans-identified kids go in the summertime? And many of them told us that they weren't comfortable with the summer programming that was available, going to the traditional kinds of camps, and where they couldn't be themselves fully, or they had to worry about what other people were thinking.
Kristopher Wells started Camp fYrefly last year. Young gay adults from across Canada come to focus on building esteem, confidence, and networks.
Fireflies were often seen as something mystical or magical when you encountered them. They kind of all glow together, very spiritual, and they also produce their own energy. And so very much what we're trying to do at the camp here is produce the youth's very own firefly fuel to make their own inner light shine bright in dark times.
What were some of the ways you tried to feel more accepted into the community?
The youth share their common experiences of growing up gay, like discrimination and lack of support. But Wells says the camp is more than just a safe place.
Well, these are going to be the future leaders of our community, and so what we're doing is trying to equip them for that challenge.
So they bring in community leaders like politician Michael Fair, who has been dealing with challenges all his life.
Some provincial politicians have said some pretty nasty things about gays and lesbians, and I'm quick to stand up and say, wait a minute, people vote for me. I got there the same way you did. In fact, I represent more people than you do.
Fair's been re-elected 5 times. He's the kind of role model Carl Swanson thinks his community needs.
It's incredible to just see these people in person and realize that they have been successful and they have used their sexuality or gender identity or whatever it may be and gotten past it and taken that into a positive light and really done some good with it.
What kind of changes have you seen in Edmonton over those years?
Swanson's already an activist with a youth group. He's hoping camp will give him some new tools to help youth deal with tough everyday problems.
I hope mainly that I'll learn some new things, new ways to deal with the problems that queer youth face, new ways to confront the violence or the disenfranchisement that those youth are kind of encountering in their daily lives, and bring them into a place where they feel better about themselves and are more able to be accepted into their community.
Camp fYrefly tackles these issues with activities like theater games and affirmation notes that the campers can give to one another. Last year, those activities became emotional for a lot of campers. Wells says they're working hard to make sure those youth feel safe.
And what we wanted to do was be, well prepared to deal with those emotions, and that this year we brought in a counseling psychologist and kind of extra support staff of people who work with youth out in the community.
But it was the kind of thing that was very much hidden.
Caitlin Hatch has already gone through those emotions. She comes to camp from Calgary for another reason.
I just got a sense of no longer needing to hide in any way, kind of thing. And also a sense of community. I think that was something that I was missing a lot in my life. I have a lot of friends and they're really supportive and stuff, but I didn't have a lot of gay friends.
And it means something to know that, hey, I can come back next year and meet my friends again at camp. That's what summer camp is about. It's making friends, having fun, and feeling good about yourself.
It seemed like a perfectly rational, sane...
That's the message that Caitlin is getting from Julie Lloyd, a prominent human rights lawyer.
I took away other people's power over me, because the fear grew from this little secret I had, and if somebody were to disclose it, I was giving people power.
I think when you come to an environment like this, the biggest thing that youth don't hear enough of is that they can do stuff. People are like, well, you have to wait till you're older. Like, everyone always asks, what do you want to do when you grow up? Why doesn't anyone ask, what do you want to do now?
It's important that they know that there's nothing wrong with them, that they're completely normal and beautiful just the way they are. They don't need to change. It's society that needs to change.
There we go. Perfect.
Soon there will be no, hopefully, need for Camp Firefly anymore when the kids feel comfortable and safe enough to be fully included and respected as members of their other camp communities. That's our ultimate dream, is when Camp Firefly no longer needs to be a reality. But the kids are telling us right now that they still need it.
Well, it's a hard life, it's a hard life, it's a very hard life.
But for now, another camp is being planned for next year, giving more gay youth a chance to be leaders and to just be themselves. Stephanie Sowitz, CBC News, Edmonton.